Hi, my name is Marquita Gaines. I'm from Marietta, Georgia, by way of North Carolina. I'm 20 years old and I'm in my junior year at Howard University. I also happen to be a patient with sickle cell. My parents both have the trait, so of course it was a greater chance that I would have the disease. Before the age of 5, the complications were only fevers and usually high fevers over 101. When I was 12, I started having pain with my illness. And because blood flows everywhere, I can have pain anywhere. So it was an adjustment trying to learn how to deal and cope with pain. I didn't know that, I could be going about my day and suddenly just stop feeling well. So my doctors taught me how to listen to my body and take care of my illness so that I can be less affected by the pain. I remember when I first started having pain, it was very difficult for me to describe what I was going through and how my body was feeling. I had to learn the words and adjectives to describe to the doctors what I was dealing with. When I am in a pain crisis, the best way I can describe it is sometimes it'll feel like I have a stack of textbooks sitting on my bones, and the pressure, there's not much you can do for it. Like the pain medicine, it mainly just makes me sleepy, but when I have so much pressure on my bones, like it just hurts to even move. Sometimes I need assistance, just walking to the bathroom and back, and sometimes I describe it as like a rubber band feeling, as if, when you wrap a rubber band around your finger and take it off, but it still feels like it's there. It's a sign that I'm not receiving oxygen, and sometimes my hand will go numb if I'm having pain in my arm, or sometimes I'll have pain in my legs, and I'll try different things like soaking in the tub or using like Bengay or something before I take the heavy pain medication. I never know when the pain will come or how long it will last. I just try to enjoy the days that I do feel well and be as productive as I can. My route to an education is definitely different than most. Because of my pain, I never know when I'm going to miss school or for how long. I probably miss more days than I am present, but that's never stopped me from, I actually like school, believe it or not. I like going, and when I'm there, I try to absorb as much as I can because I know I'll miss and it'll be challenging to catch up. I know in middle school when I started having pain, that I think that's when I found out who my true friends were. Sometimes mentally I'm able to go to school, but physically if my legs are in crisis, I can't walk. So I have gone to school in a wheelchair before, and my friends, they don't think twice. I've had people roll me to class in my wheelchair, and I even in high school I had like a buddy, and the person who whichever person in the class who was willing to roll me to my next class, if we both had, if we both were heading to the same class, they would, wheel me to class. And I've been very fortunate to, I guess, stay motivated within myself. I was very determined, even though I missed so many days in high school. I still graduated on time with my high school class. That was very important to me because I know I'm capable. I miss a lot of school, but that's never stopped me from trying. And I was determined to go to college. That's always been one of my goals. When I was having so much pain, I wanted a better quality of life. going in and out of the hospital. Sometimes we would get home and an hour later have to turn around. I was missing so much school that I felt like I was a new student every time I showed up. So when my doctors offered me the opportunity to try blood exchanges on an outpatient basis, I was like the guinea pig. I remember I met the Red Cross staff member, and she made me very comfortable. She was well trained and knowledgeable, and I figured if this is what it takes to make me feel better, I'm up for it. And I remember I had 2 stainless steel needles in my arms, and I had to lie flat the entire time. So in one arm, I was receiving the blood, and in the other, they were filtering my old blood out. I thought, what is this huge machine? What are we about to do? But I was excited. And they use the same machine that they use for like dialysis patients with the centrifuge. And I think it's amazing that they can set it with, you know, my height and my weight, and I get all my white blood cells and platelets back, because really all I need are the oxygen-filled red blood cells. So the process takes maybe 4 hours. We were able to go home that same day, and it was amazing. I within like a week and a half, I felt like a new person. I was able to go to school more, and I was even able to participate in gym class. I remember before the exchanges, I could barely do a full lap, and it wasn't because, you know, I could, it was my body that couldn't do it. I wanted to, but physically my body just wouldn't let me. So after the exchange, I was able to run, and I was able to do it. I wasn't even the last person to finish, and I was so amazed. I think I was like top 5, and it was the best feeling ever to know I have the body of a teenager. And like that's what I felt like, because before I would, you know, move so slowly that you know, I couldn't keep up. And for the first time, I felt like physically I could keep up with everybody, and I had so much energy, and I just thought it was great. And ever since then, I just mentally prepared myself, like, if this is what it takes, like, I'll do it. After the blood exchanges, it takes a few days before I feel 100%, but once it's in full effect, I can go and come and do everything. Every time I see the bag filling up with my old blood, I get so excited, because I know I'm about to get the new blood. That's what I call it, the new blood, and I know I'm going to feel so much better. And I never let sickle cell define me. I know it's a part of who I am, but I've always been able to feel like whatever I want to accomplish, I may not take the same route as someone else, but I definitely get it done. I would like anyone who donates blood to know that the quality of life that I receive from their donations is so great. The ability to be 20 and go and come as I feel, I love it. Sometimes when I don't feel well, it's, for me, I feel like everything is put on pause. And every time I get the blood donations, like, I say to myself, like, thank you, like, whoever you are, thank you so much, because it helps me, and I feel great. Give something that means something. Donate blood to the Red Cross today.